Senior advocate and Rajya Sabha MP Mahesh Jethmalani on 4th of July 2024 took to X, formerly Twitter, to expose a China link in short-selling firm Hindenburg's attack on Ahmedabad-based business conglomerate Adani Group. This came after the Market Regulatory Board, Securities and Exchange Board of India issued a show-cause notice to Hindenburg, questioning why action should not be taken against the short seller for potentially violating regulations related to the prohibition of fraudulent and unfair trade practices in the securities market. The 46-page SEBI report was addressed to Hindenburg Research, its founder Nathan Anderson, partner investor Mark Kingdon, and his associate companies, and K India Opportunities Fund, a foreign portfolio investor established by the Kotak Group. In its response, Hindenburg termed the SEBI report nonsense and nebulous and accused the regulator of silencing the firm. Hindenburg, the short-selling firm, in its January 2023 report had leveled allegations of financial irregularities and stock manipulation. Following that, Adani Group's market valuation had come down by over 150 billion USD. Hindenburg has hence dismissed SEBI's report, claiming how its own profit by Adani's market valuation having come down was just 4 million USD. However, the market regulator in its report had alleged that Kotak Mahindra and Hindenburg conspired together to take a short position in Adani shares. A short position is a stock market strategy, where in anticipation of reduction of share price in future, the investor sells the stock at current price to buy them at a future date when prices have reduced. However, the revelations by Jethmalani suggest a far more sinister plot to destabilize India's economy. Jethmalani said that the American businessman Mark Kingdon contacted Hindenburg to prepare a report on Adani Group and later approached Kotak's international investment arm KMIL to create an offshore entity named Kotak India Opportunity Fund, which later took a short position on Adani shares. These positions were taken before the Hindenburg report was published. For this, nearly 40 million USD were given by the Kingdon Master Fund. Kingdon, on whose alleged behest all this was done, is married to one Anle Shan, a Chinese-American holding a large share in Kingdon Master Fund and also lobbies for Chinese interest in the US. The pamphlet did some research on Anla Sheng, and here is what we found. Sheng was the CEO of SupChina, a pro-China media outlet started in 2016 as a newsletter. It later on became the China Project, which identified itself as news and business intelligence company that focused on helping global audience understand China. It offered Sinica, a Chinese news and society-themed podcast, articles on Chinese themes, as well as something called China Edge, a business intelligence data product. However, in November 2023, it was reported that the company shut down owing to finance troubles. It was alleged that SupChina morphed into the China Project after a whistleblower accused SupChina of new subversion in China's interest in a sworn statement before the US Congress. As per the whistleblower aide, which represented Shannon Van Sant, a former SupChina employee, SupChina likely acted as an agent of the Chinese government. As per her LinkedIn profile, Anla Sheng is also CEO and founder of the Serica Initiative, a New York-based initiative trying to bridge US-China relationship. An October 2022 report by Semaphore says that the China Project held a visibly soft stand on Chinese government and often represented the pro-engagement side of the US debate. Daily Caller reported in December 2022 that the China Project also published articles and podcasts critical of the US Department of Justice China Initiative, an anti-espionage program launched during the Trump administration. The China Initiative was ultimately terminated in February 2022 after the civil rights community expressed concern that the program had fueled a narrative of intolerance and bias. Interestingly, former ambassador to China Max Baucus called the China Project a jewel in the crown of China reporting. In November 2022, Ambassador Baucus recently came under fire for meetings with alleged Chinese influence operatives. Jethmalani suggested that the actions of Sheng and Kingdon were prompted by the Adani Group, thwarting Chinese interest in several parts of the globe, including outbidding Chinese players for the Haifa port in Israel and for coal projects near Sri Lanka's Jaffna. With these things in mind, Jethmalani posed a few questions that must be answered. First, who introduced the Kingdons to KMIL? What due diligence was conducted by KMIL regarding the Kingdons, and did it participate in the short sale as a principal? Second, did all the Indian actors, politicians, businessmen and financial intermediaries who aided Hindenburg with the preparation of its Adani report and its publication after the short sale know about its short selling motives, and did they financially benefit from it? Third, did KMIL and the said Indian actors know about the Chinese connection behind Hindenburg? It must be noted that leader of opposition in Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi not only used Hindenburg report in parliament but has regularly gone on an anti-Adani rant and accused Prime Minister Modi of giving favours to Adani since both are Gujaratis. Rahul Gandhi has also targeted another Indian business group, Reliance, by again casting aspersions, but he has not been able to provide any evidence for allegations except rhetoric. Rahul Gandhi has also shared Hindenburg's report on his social media profiles and raised the same during his pre-election rallies to target PM Modi. Keeping in mind the alleged Chinese connection in the Hindenburg versus Adani case, it should also be noted that the Congress Party of India in 2008 signed a memorandum of understanding with China's ruling Communist Party. At that time, on behalf of Congress, the signee was Rahul Gandhi, while the now Chinese President Xi Jinping signed for CCP. At that time, Congress-led UPA government was in centre with Dr. Manmohan Singh as Prime Minister. With this in mind, it is pertinent that the Indian opposition leaders too come clean with their intentions, as various anti-India forces have not made any secret of wanting to destroy India, especially financially.